So this is a typical speed session. And often a lot of people think they're doing speed training effectively, but I definitely wasn't when I started. So today is all about giving you the specifics on what you need to do to ensure you're trying to increase your swing speed and being effective with your speed sessions. So, of course, we need to first of all make sure we're warming up. Basic things that I like to do is things like literally sitting in my squat, as simple as it sounds, but just making sure the hips are nice and loose. I also like to just make sure the shoulders are feeling nice and loose. I have my band, which I've already done. I do some simple banded pull aparts, some simple back flies, just because I've had bad shoulders from being an ex-rugby player, basically. And then from there, I actually start with a driver. A lot of the other lads on the European Long Drive Tour tend to start with irons, but I'm actually like a big believer that the driver swing is completely different. So I like to just start out with some nice, slow, on-course driver swing. So this isn't the driver that I use for my speed training. This is just short of 43 inches, 8-degree head, and I'm literally just focusing on just starting nice and slow, getting the body moving. I don't expect the numbers to be extravagant. Like that was a very steady one, 111, you know, nothing crazy. And as I feel more comfortable, I'm then just gonna start, you know, going through and then start releasing a little bit more, you know. That's probably an extra 7 miles an hour. So as you feel better and more comfortable, you are gonna just start moving through your swings. Now the important thing that most people forget with speed training is rest. It is a workout. You will come away from it with a bit of a sweat on, but it's not about, right, I just hit golf ball straight 45 minutes. No, it's all about intervals. So what I'll try and do, even when warming up, I'll probably look to do about 8-10 balls, and then I'll rest for another 2 minutes. Like, have a drink, normally I'd have some music on, and I'll just chill out, let my body rest. And surprise, surprise, in like 2 minutes time, I'll probably bring my next ball out, and it wouldn't surprise me that then my club speed and ball speed will probably jump up at least 10 miles an hour. And just by having that nice rest, you can all of a sudden start and lock in some of that speed you have, you know? Just got ourselves up to 126. Again, still with my course driver. Now once I then feel a little bit more comfortable, have a little bit of a rest, I'll then bring out the big stick. 48 inches, super whippy, all right? Now you don't need this. This is just something specific to long drive, but you can just be using your standard driver, and just from this point, just again, build yourself up further. Now what I then tend to do for me is, again, I'll probably hit 10 balls with my longer driver. So for you, you can just do 10 faster swings with your standard driver. Now in winter, when it's cold, you might need 20. Like it's mad how much the temperature can make a difference. So genuinely, there's not a specific number, but just get yourself where you feel like, do you know what? I'm ready to really start lobbing, you know, my full body into the ball. That wasn't brilliant. And again, you're not going to be striking the ball brilliant, and it's important with speed training you actually don't focus on trying to be like technically fantastic or middling the ball. We're not focused on that. Right now, our pure intent is focusing on swinging that club quicker. Getting a bit quicker. This is a new shaft, by the way. It's so whippy and quite different to my last one, so. 135. Right, we're gonna have probably 2 more swings, and then we're gonna start in our working sets. I'm sort of feeling up to speed, near 200, near 140. I think after 2 minutes, I'll probably be even quicker. So now I'm gonna have my first rest. What we're gonna focus on doing, for me, literally 5 sets of 5. So just 25 fast swings, that's it. Not anything more than that. I might, to be honest, normally I even go less, like 3 or 4. Usually towards the 5th swing in the set, I tend to plateau anyway. So again, it's all about rest and just making sure I go in with full intent. So we're gonna make sure we're nicely rested. Whew. Right, we've had a rest. We're ready for our first set. And what you'll notice, I've also restarted TrackMan, mainly because here and here, we're gonna get some averages, and they are the most important number. We can always hit a high number. It's good that we get new highs, but our average is so important, you know, and so I always like to make sure we're tracking the average accurately. You know, obviously we built up some average from our warm up, so I'm just gonna start from here, but main focus now, 3 absolutely solid swings, giving my most. Not bad, not bad. Getting past that. Come on. Oh, first set done. Not too quick, I'm not gonna lie. See now, what another thing's important is I had my first comp of the year last weekend. Did well, top 10. Currently 8th in Europe after the first event in terms of rankings, which is a good start. Hit the ball really well, but always going into a comp, I rest pretty much for the whole week, like deload in the gym, which is where I don't really lift too much weight. So then coming back into this week, I've done like 3 gym sessions in a row. Normally I'd have more time, and before I train and do a speed session, I always have a rest day before. You've got to come in to speed training prime. You're trying to get the most speed. There's no good coming in here achy, and even today I'm a little bit sore, all right, just from getting back to gym training. So the lesson is, make sure you're coming in here with a lot of rest, you're feeling fresh, and you can really get the most out of it, because it's no good constantly training for speed and being sort of suboptimal, which is maybe a little what I feel like today. But learn that lesson, don't make them errors, and I know by next week, hopefully my recovery's got back going again, and I should be coming in a bit more fresh, and hopefully the numbers will be a bit better. But today, we're still gonna get above that 140. Come on, a bit more rest. It's important that when you get in your sessions, you get fucking fired up, all right? Really wanna rip through this as much as possible. Come on, over 140, let's go. Whoa, missed. That was definitely 140. Didn't fancy reading that one. Let's go. No. Well, that's piped. That's piped, that one. Come on, let's get over 140. Last swing of the set. So as you can see, I've got a few drivers here. Now, the paradigm heads, the long drive heads, are the ones I use in competition. They are a lot quicker, okay? They're probably the fastest, one of the fastest heads you can get. Reason being, the club face is a bit thinner, a bit like the trampoline effect, right? The issue is, if we hit them all the time in training, eventually they're gonna get pretty flat. So I always use the old Epic Speed long drive head, because the face is a lot thicker. It's never really gonna go, and so I always use that in training. So it's probably gonna be a bit slower ball speed than what I'd get with this, but yeah. And then I've got my 2 paradigms that I can use. I start using them just a little bit before competition to get them nice and hot and warm and ready. But I mainly always train with these, and that's why we always carry a few, because you just never know when these things break after smashing them so much. Right, we're into our 3rd set anyway. Hopefully this can be the highest one of the day so far. We're really gonna go for it. Why is it not getting club speed? Come on, TrackMan, work today. There we go. Let's get over the 140. Oh, come on, bit more speed, let's get moving. There we go, there's 140. Come on, let's get quicker than that. Last one. Oh, a bit faster. Knackered after that one. Right, 3rd set done, 2 more to go. Right, 4th set. Now, it's important to realise that with your speed training journey and trying to increase your speed, the progress is never going to be linear, man. So even like today, I haven't probably hit my highest club speed. My highest I've ever been is like 146. I even got a 149 one, but it wasn't like, it was a bit glitchy on TrackMan. But my average is moving up and up and up, which is what's good. It shows that my baseline speed and my average speed is getting better. And this is why I would always track your average, because realistically, these numbers are going to vary. But if you can average above what you want, you're always making progress. Right, come on, 4th set, gonna really give it a go. But check that out, 141, come on, now we're moving. Oh my God, that's rocketed, come on, go. Yeah, 2 in the 140s, come on, let's get another one. There we go, the average is going up. Right, final one, come on. That was shit, that last one. Yeah, felt slow. See, that's why sometimes, like, 5 balls, it's probably actually too many. I really probably peaked in my first 3. So really the 4th and 5th are quite tired. So you probably actually don't need to be swinging any more than 4 than 3. Woo! Tough. Right, we've got one more set, and then we've got some overspeed work. Right, 5th and final set. We're gonna aim for a big 4 here. I think 5's too many, so we're just gonna try and get a highest number, leave it all out there, see what we've got. Come on. That was fucking awful. What a shocking swing, but I'll tell you what, it's gone somewhere. Yeah, felt slow. Right, final one with a big driver, come on. Not a great finish, tired. Felt tired on the last couple. So, when it comes to overspeed training, you've obviously probably seen a lot of swing speed sticks. That's what I actually used to use. But this year I've actually got something new, and this isn't an endorsement at all. The Speed Toad. basically, the idea is you put this on your own shaft so you don't lose time. And when I was using speed sticks, I always felt that I was like completely losing my swing whenever I would do speed work. And that can still happen, but just by the fact you actually do some overspeed, so this is obviously lighter than your normal driver head, allowing you to go quicker, it just helps you keep the timing of the shaft that you're using. And so far, it's been pretty good. On TrackMan, you've also got a speed training setting, which is what I've shifted it to. So it's just literally swing speed now. So we're gonna literally just do that. And overspeed, I literally do like 3 sets of 3, nothing crazy. And I might even finish with some opposite side, but we're gonna do our normal side first. So it's literally as simple as it sounds. You're gonna try and move it as fast as possible and see how quick you can go. So there, 47.5, not bad first set. Same thing as a normal driver. Rest up, probably 2 minutes with the overspeed because it takes a bit less out of your body, the fact it's a bit lighter. So again, nice rest, and then we'll go in hard. Next one, come on, get above 150. Oh, that seems fast. Not as fast. Oh, there we go. Boom, into the 150, it's what we like. Again, have our next rest. Whew. Now my next one, I like to change up a little bit, and I'm gonna do actually step back swings. So this is something me and my coach Lee have worked on, but just transferring our weight more. So I'm literally gonna start here. I'm gonna step back and see how fast I can go from there. And it's just getting used to transferring my weight, which is an important part of speed training. Not bad. 146.5. It won't be as quick as your normal swings, but it's good at transferring it anyway. Oh, right, one more set to go. We're gonna do opposite side. Literally, we're nearly done. So the final bit is the opposite side, which is so like weird, but it's just practicing that upswing, because the more you can feel powerful up going back, the more you feel powerful front. And again, just 3 reps. It's such a weird concept. Oh, rapid. Yeah, 110. Oh, yeah, rapid. Oh yeah, 120 at the end. Not bad at all, not bad at all. So that is pretty much what a speed session involves and how it should look. As you can see, it's a lot more resting than you probably thought. Your goal here isn't to be constantly moving. When it comes to speed and being specific, it's all about giving yourself rest and performing the best you can. Same when you get in the gym, you're trying to get stronger and make progressive overload. It's not about doing loads of sets, loads of reps. It's about going in the gym or come into the studio every week and just trying to make them small progressions and just making sure your body's in the position to do so. I just want to mention that I am not the finished product when it comes to speed. I am not the fastest guy on the European long drive tour. I'm not the fastest guy in the world. However, I'm on a journey, I'm trying to get quicker, and so far, it's definitely helped me along. So that's what I would do a speed session like. I hope you enjoyed it, and on to the next.